Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. It's finally freaking Friday. I hope you guys tune in tonight for our live stream coming up at 9 o'clock Eastern, where we'll be talking about everything that is the Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys, of course, are off today after having 3 days in a row practice. They've been ramping it up. They ended up having, one a day and then skipped a day. Then they did 2 practices and then skipped a day. This time we did 3 practices, and the last 2 be it in pads. They're definitely going out there getting after it and being very, very physical. I still love seeing my man Tyron Smith, with that arm, just push Randy Gregory out of the way. Although you wonder if that's part of the reason why the tendonitis flared up, because he was being Tyron Smith of old. If this season is going to be a success, we know that you're going to lose people. We know that football is a war of attrition. And if you're not planning to be able to survive an injury or 2 here and there, then you're not going to survive the season. And we know that Tyron Smith, who, when he's playing, is one of the best tackles in football, we know that there's going to be times where he cannot go. And how we respond to it, how we're able to recover from that, is going to be key to our season. Enter Terrace Steele. I know all of a sudden everybody out there just said, ooh, Terrace Steele. Here's the thing. Terrace Steele being an undrafted rookie free agent. Let me say that again. Rookie free agent. First of all, for an undrafted rookie free agent to make a team, it's a slim and not good odds to even make a team. But to make the team on a year where they had no OTAs, no mini camps, and had 10 days of conditioning, 14 padded practices, and now we got a season, to then be thrusted into play in, I think, 13 games, you couldn't expect a whole lot from Terrace Steele. His first couple of games, yeah, you were just like, damn. He was like a human turnstile. It was shades of Chaz Green. But as the season wore on, he got a little bit better, which is what you need to see as an improvement. Now, the guy is 6'6", 310 pounds. He's tall, he's heavy, but he's not fat and heavy. A fat where he can't move. And I dare say Mike McCarthy has been praising him throughout training camp and looking at him and saying, yeah, we got a guy who right now is dirt cheap, who is learning, who is actually now have game experience, and through trial by fire has actually improved quite a bit. And in fact, to the point where they feel comfortable about having him in a role on the offensive line. And for those out there just thinking that, and this is what mystifies me so much, is in the same way people will talk about the defense, that they think that if you have a bad defense this year, that it will never improve, that it's forever going to be a bad defense. In the same way, they look at a player and say, he was bad his rookie year, that means he's going to be bad throughout his career. Yes, that can be the case, but it's not always the case. I'll give you a great example. Nate Newton started out his career with the Washington football team. The Washington football team said, this guy is fat and slow and not worth the roster spot. Got rid of him. Jimmy Johnson, who, as he pointed out, a lot of the players on the team that became great players weren't exactly high draft picks. They signed Nate Newton after being cut for being too fat, and he becomes a Pro Bowl guard. They took a guy who was an undersized guard, and Mark Spagnuolo, and they moved him to center, and he anchored that line right there. He was the field general. So it's not necessarily that what he did last year is going to be his career. I dare say the fact that he went through those hard times and literally having everything thrown at him with no experience, with no expectations, with no off season to learn anything, the fact that he ended up being able to still play throughout the season bodes well for the future, because now he's had a whole off season to learn the offense, to get to know the guys, to work out with the team, to get stronger, to get better, and to have a better focus. And I think that you may be looking at the emergence of a guy who will come around and become a really good swing tackle. We always think that great players have to be a first or second round draft pick. But the reality is the bulk of the great players are afterthoughts that people didn't think were going to be much. And see, the thing I look at, and I think this is a problem for a lot of guys that are drafted up high, is they've always been the guy. You know, everybody's always said you're the best of the best. And when you get to the NFL, you've always been that guy that's been the best because of God-given talents or great schools that you went to, and you were playing against inferior talent. You get to the NFL, and now everything is kind of even. Even the bad teams are better teams than you ever faced when you were in college. And some guys just can't take that competition at their same level. Whereas guys who haven't been that guy that didn't go to that team where second and third rounders could be starting on other programs, have always had to fight, claw, and scratch against guys that were better than them. And so when they get to that level, their eyes aren't wide open. They're used to having to claw and scratch and fight for everything they've ever gotten. And they continue that. The guys that have never had to fight that or have never had to do that, they don't know how to. And some of them wilt at the competition. So look for him, Terrace Steele, to start getting that Man of Steel banner on him. I'm really happy that he's coming around in things. You know, sometimes a guy who takes his lumps, deals with things and through the hard knocks of life, ends up being a lot stronger than somebody that's never had to struggle. The struggle will make you a better person. And I truly believe that. With that being said, it looks like I'm stuck in some mother humping traffic. Damn. Gots to be more careful. Hope y'all having a great day. Hope to see you tonight, 9 o'clock Eastern, where we'll be talking about what else the Dallas Cowboys, and we'll be giving away some more autographed merchandise and maybe another Joe Barty or so. I actually got to make some more because I'm almost out of them. And we'll get that stuff together, and we're going to keep on getting ready for the Pro Football Hall of Fame. I'll see you soon.